Get ready for the morning rush. We start with Kristen Curry live at Balloon Fiesta Park.
All clear here at the park. We have clear skies across the entire state, not looking at the chance of rain today, but you'll notice 7-day forecast shows temperatures in the mid-70s, and as we go throughout the rest of today, we do expect those winds to increase towards this afternoon.
And we're following the day's top local stories. We start with Fernanda Lopez.
Yeah, Crystal, today both sides in the trial of two former APD officers will have one last chance to make their case. The defense in the trial of Dominique Perez and Keith Sandy, charged with second-degree murder in the shooting death of homeless camper James Boyd, rested its case yesterday. The jury heard from Sandy for the first time, who testified he shot Boyd to protect a canine officer who'd gotten it dangerously close to Boyd and his pocket knives. The state says officers, especially Sandy, escalated the situation with Boyd. What the jury must now decide coming up in the 5 Facts. Catherine?
A bill to reinstate the death penalty will move to the Senate. Less than an hour ago, the House voted seemingly along party lines in favor of the bill. It was 36 for, 30 against. Republicans are also touting success when it comes to two budget-related bills. One is an amended version of the Senate's plan. The other is a tax plan. The House is still in session right now. We'll continue to follow what happens all morning on air and on our KRQE News app. Crystal?
A contractor for the NSA is facing accusations of illegally removing highly classified information and storing the material in his house and car. Federal prosecutors say Harold Martin of Maryland was arrested by the FBI in August after authorities say he admitted to taking the government's secrets. Kristen?
Today's Metro Threat Index sat at 0. I'm not expecting any major weather threats today. We have a little bit of wind this afternoon, but that's about it. No rain, no snow to worry about just yet. I do expect that Metro Threat Index to climb, though, as we get into tomorrow and again on Saturday.
On to new news this morning. New Jersey implementing a new rule at 2 of its stations just a week after a train crashed last week, killing a woman and injuring more than 100 others. The conductor must now join the engineer whenever a train pulls into the Hoboken or at Atlantic City stations. This means a second set of eyes will be watching the trains. New this morning, more Native American students at Highland University are getting access to more scholarships thanks to a new agreement between the university and New Mexico's tribal leaders. The Memorandum of Understanding signed last week sets aside 69 full tuition scholarships per year through 2020. Albuquerque City Councilors looking over a bill to make threats against public places illegal, including those made through social media. Councilor Pat Davis says threats against schools are on the rise. He says he wants an ordinance that prohibits online threats. Right now, these crimes are not subject to existing criminal laws. Here's an interesting story for you this morning. Engineers at Sandia National Labs are analyzing a unique nuclear safety test. They sent a mock nuclear weapon speeding down the lab's 10,000-foot rocket sled track, crashing it nose first into a concrete wall. The test allowed engineers to see how the weapon responds to abnormal situations like a high-speed accident and whether to see if it would detonate prematurely. How about a check on your early morning drive? Take a look at our traffic map here on your Thursday morning. Everything mostly in the metro is pretty much green. As you can see, though, Alameda really red at this time, which means a lot of traffic trying to make their way through that area, possibly due to the balloon fiesta this morning. Keep an eye on that as you head out the door. New research found there's a cap to how old we can possibly live, and we've already reached it. Researchers from Albert Einstein College of Medicine calculated the maximum human lifespan at 115 years, the absolute limit of human lifespan at 125. The oldest person ever recorded was a woman from France who died at the age of 122 years old. Wow, I wonder what her secret is. The nation's biggest mall is bucking a major retail trend and shutting down most of its operations, get this, on Thanksgiving. Mall of America in Minnesota says it wants workers to spend time with their family. The mall's 520 stores will have the option to stay open. The mall will reopen at 5 a.m. come Black Friday. Adam?
Balloon Fiesta Park is crowded this morning. Thousands of kids and their families packed in here waiting for that potential green flag. And of course, the Special Shapes Rodeo set to begin at 7 a.m. this morning or around there. Balloons are actually organized by theme on the field this year, today and tomorrow, so that'll make it easy for people to find their favorite. The flagpole is actually empty this morning. Just got a text saying the yellow flag is up. They're collecting info from Dawn Patrol Balloons to make a decision on whether or not the launch will happen here coming up after sunrise. Crystal?
Much, Adam. Time now for the 5 facts, and we start with number 5. A 9-year-old Albuquerque boy is taking on a huge challenge. He wants to become the youngest person to hit the highest points of all 50 states by 2019. And get this, he is well on his way. Turner Leota has already reached the highest point in 13 states. That does include Arizona, Kentucky, and New Mexico. The family will need sponsorship soon because the tallest mountains do require expert guides. His dad, David, who beat non-Hodgkin's lymphoma 15 months ago, is right along his side through the entire journey. If you want to read more on this, go to our website, KRQE.com. On to number 4 now. This morning, police are searching for these 2 women you see on your TV screens. They hope they could help them crack the case of the West Mesa murders wide open. Police released the pictures of the women. The photos were found on a homemade sex tape belonging to this man, Lorenzo Montoya, a man who was killed by a prostitute's boyfriend after Montoya strangled the woman in his home. Police say the women could provide solid evidence connecting him or possibly clearing him of the crime altogether. On to number 3, a lot of eyes on this. The deadly Hurricane Matthew that's on a destructive path to the U.S. has already claimed the lives of more than 20 people. This morning, more than 2 million people are being urged to leave parts of Florida, the Carolinas, and Georgia. All of the states now declaring a state of emergency. National Guard troops are already on the ground there. The storm, this is the biggest concern. The storm could still be a Category 4 when it does hit the U.S. We'll send it to Kristen for number 2.
Dark and clear sky overhead, but we will likely see more wind again tomorrow, and then showers making their way back into the 7-day late Saturday into Sunday with our next coming storm. That will also come with a cool off from 75 today. Expect to head into the weekend with the low 70s and overnight lows in the 40s.
Finally, number 1, closing arguments expected to begin today in the murder trial for 2 former APD officers. The case then will go to the jury. The jury will have to make a tough decision here after judge tossed out the voluntary manslaughter charges last week. Now the jury will have to decide whether to let the officers walk or convict them of second-degree murder, which carries a sentence of up to 15 years. The only exception is Keith Sandy, who could face a lesser conviction of aggravated battery. We're live streaming the trial again today on our website, KRQE.com, and also on our KRQE News app. So we are still live this morning at Balloon Fiesta Park. Our Balloon Fiesta coverage begins in just a few minutes over on Fox, New Mexico. Stick around.